Broadcasting from Slough. Streaming around the world.
This is Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
The podcast.
Atom Radio. Oh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
The podcast.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Hello again, and welcome to episode 138 of the Best Bits of Atom Radio's Breakfast Show. This is Mark Denholm from The Breakfast Show, Monday to Friday, 6 until 10. We do our thing, and then at the weekend, we get all of the best bits together and we stick them out as a podcast, just in case you couldn't get enough of me between 6 and 10. 5 force, 20 hours a week, not quite enough. You get like a 10-15 minute bit of extra stuff that you have to endure. You know, don't say that sharing is not caring. On the way in the podcast this week, weather preferences, lies, and more lies. We solved a potential relationship dilemma as well. We spoke about fashion, spoke about how I can control your heartbeat, and also a jealousy issue that I put my hands up, totally and utterly caused. All that and more in the Best Bits episode 138, and here they come.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
The Breakfast Show
With Mark Denholm.
on Atom Radio.
Morning then, welcome to Monday. I hope you're fine, fit and well. Monday morning, start of a brand new week. And what a gorgeous weekend, eh? How about that? Finally, a weekend where the weather is nice. Certainly just that little bit nicer if you have access to air conditioning. I had to take my godson home yesterday from Slough to Aldershot. And on the way back, I was looking in the car, I had the air conditioning on in the car, and the outside temperature gauge was showing 28. You see, just that little bit nicer when you have got air conditioning. If you're like me, like I would swap, if I'm honest, I'd swap spring for winter and summer and autumn. I'd have spring all year round. I'd be perfectly happy with that. But I know some people, on the other hand, will then say, well, you're just weird.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
This morning, we're asking you about lies, the biggest lie that you have been told, the biggest lie you've seen, or the biggest lie that you've heard of. Alternatively, you are brave enough and you've ever told one, the biggest lie that you have ever told, on air at atomradio.co.uk. Anyway, Kate emailed ages ago now, but I had to postpone reading her email because I couldn't find it. One of her colleagues had phoned in saying, to work phoned in saying that she couldn't come in because a friend had passed away, a close friend, and that she couldn't come in. All well and good until she was spotted later that evening. It was Royal Ascot, and she was spotted in the background of something that was on the telly later that day, walking along Royal Ascot in the background. So obviously, you know, like she consoled herself from the death of her friend by going out to Royal Ascot instead. Needless to say, her lie got found out and she got the sack. On air at atomradio.co.uk, biggest lie you have ever heard.
Mark Denholm.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio, loud, proud and standing out from the crowd online, on mobile and on smart speaker. It was this day 102 years ago, the first non-stop Atlantic flight took place, landing in Ireland. This day, today, you can't really go very far anyway, thanks to travel restrictions. But at least we know 102 years ago you could go further than you can go today.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
This morning I want to focus on an email which came in yesterday, and it does say, if you could put this out on the show tomorrow, I would be entirely grateful, and please don't use my name. So an email has come in from someone then without a name. Well, that's not entirely true. They do have a name. I'm just not using it, as you can work out for yourself. And it says, Mark, I have been good friends with this lady for a long time. I like her more than just friends now. Should I say something? My friends, some say yes, some say no, some say go for it, others say it's a line that you should not cross if you value your friendship. What do you think? So the emails are now open on air at atomradio.co.uk. This man has feelings stronger than friendship for a female friend of his. They've been friends for a while. They are very good friends. What should he do? Should he tell her or should he just keep his mouth shut? Obviously, if he keeps his mouth shut, that makes it very difficult because he's then hiding the feelings he's harbouring for her. On air at atomradio.co.uk. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Morning, Daisy. Tell her every relationship starts with a risk. If you can't take a risk, you'll never ever be happy. One of you has to take it. Maybe she feels the same way, and maybe she's just waiting for you to say something. That's one way to look at it.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
Thank you so much for your emails today in terms of should this guy tell his friend or not. Tell her, leave it be. Tell her, sound her out first, go for it. Been there, done that, didn't work out. How much do you value the friendship? And tell her. I reckon the overriding thing there for you to take away from this is tell her. Tell her. Good luck. Let me know how it goes.
Mark Denholm.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Morning, 6:14. Mark Denholm on Atom Radio on atomradio.co.uk. Tune in, Radio Box, Streamer, Smart Speaker, and iTunes Radio. Yesterday was the opening day of Ascot and Ladies' Day, with ladies showing off their hats. I just can't look at them without thinking, what utter stupidity have you put on your head? I can't do it. I know, like, it's considered fashion and that, but seriously, where on earth did anybody ever get these hats from? I'm at a loss.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Yesterday, we asked you about a relationship dilemma following an email, and the question was, if a man likes a female friend, they're good friends, should he tell her or not? Well, he has decided that when he sees her next, he is going to try and have a word, following the advice that we came up with on this very show yesterday. So give yourself a pat on the back. He's decided that next time he sees her, he is going to try and subtly say something, and hopefully it goes well either way for you, whether she says yes or whether she says no. Hopefully at least keep your friendship on track, and thank you very much for letting me know.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
We're also told, speaking of eating, British kids are eating an exceptionally high amount of processed food. I'm not a kid and I do as well, especially in the summer. Like, you know, when it's really, really hot, I just can't be bothered to cook. If something can all go in the oven for 20 minutes, I'm happy with that, and that's dinner.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
It's a Wednesday, it's hump day in other words, and it is Mark Denholm on until 10 today, asking you, going kind of back to Monday. I was going to do this Monday and Tuesday, but then we split yesterday because we had a matter of the heart to resolve yesterday. Today I go back to Monday. Monday we asked, what's the biggest lie you've ever been told, as in you've heard or you've seen or you've witnessed. Today we ask, what is the biggest lie that you have ever told? And I have to say, first email in today does say, please don't use my name. And I can see why, and you'll see why in a minute as well. It's going to be hard to beat this, if I'm honest, okay? It comes from, I'm going to tell you, it comes from a lady, but I'm not going to tell you any more about that. And this lady says that her marriage broke down slowly. And when it came to it, like her parents, when she sat down with her parents and said to them, like, you know, my marriage to XYZ has ended. And they said, oh no, what happened? She told them that it was her husband who was having an affair, playing away, when in fact it was her. But she didn't want to look like the bad one in front of her parents, so she told her parents she was the one who was being a little bit, or he was the one, sorry, who was being a little bit naughty, and she was the innocent party.
Mark Denholm.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Morning and welcome to Thursday. Here I am, loud, proud, standing out from the crowd, and fingers crossed I don't get a message calling me totally something useless.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
6:24 Thursday morning, loud, proud, standing out from the crowd. You got Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. I can tell you now, Richard's doing a different daily routine today. He's off to London So he says that he doesn't need his shout out. And I am quite protective, actually, of Richard getting the first shout out of the day. But today, as he says he doesn't need one, I can say morning, Carlos, because an email has come in, an early email that says, "Hello, Atom Radio. I found you by mistake. You weren't what I was listening for, but I found your sound quite pleasant." Thank you, Carlos. It's good to know that you're there. I mean, I don't know what you were looking for in the first place, but hopefully whenever you come back to listen again, however it is you are listening on your mobile, online, or on your smart speaker, hopefully now that you have found Atom Radio, you can listen every day.
Mark Denholm.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Morning and welcome to Friday. Mark Denholm on Atom Radio, online, on mobile, and on smart speaker. Depending on what I'm playing, your heartbeat will change. Scientific research tells you that your heartbeat changes and adjusts to the music that you listen to. So if you're listening to hardcore or something, or drum and bass, it's going to be a little faster than if you're listening to a bit of Chopin or something. Although I don't know anyone, if I'm honest, who would be listening to Chopin, certainly not at 6:45 in the morning. Starship, We Built This City will be what you're listening to next, as it's up and good to go in a couple of minutes' time. But first, we'll check in and get the travel.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Friday morning, weekend around the corner. Welcome to The Breakfast Show. It's Mark Denholm on Atom Radio at 5 to 7. England versus Scotland tonight in Euro 2020 at 8 o'clock. I was just thinking, I haven't got any bunting out or anything like that, but I have got a tattoo of the 3 lions on my arm. However, it's the England cricket 3 lions, though. But it's all one and the same, isn't it? Surely.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
Morning. Friday, and are you excited? I know it's not the Friday before Freedom Day that we hope for, but it is still Friday, and that in itself means the weekend is coming. Yesterday, I was seeing off my son. He was going home with his mum, and a cat from the neighbourhood came over and kind of curled up at my feet and then was nudging me with its head. I bent down to stretch this cat, and when I came back in, I got the filthiest lick ever from my own cat, who had been looking out the window, eyeing what was going on.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Now, in all fairness, I love my cat, but he's not a normal cat. Normal cats will come over and lie next to you or lie on you and cuddle up and expect to fuss and that. My cat will maybe do that once a fortnight. Other than that, he likes to just keep himself to himself. He doesn't go outside. He's not an outdoors cat. But then if I'm sat downstairs in the front room, he'll go and sit either in the kitchen or he'll go and sit upstairs. He's not a normal cat. And I didn't even intend to stroke this cat, to be fair. I was just standing in the road waving bye-bye to my son when this cat came over. You know how cats do, and started wrapping himself around my leg. And I looked down. Hello. And then, I was getting headbutted in the shins. So I thought, well, you know what? Why not? Didn't realise my own cat was looking out the window. He's probably, if I could actually ask him, you'll find he's probably still sulking with me right now. Anyway, there wraps up episode 138 of the Best Bits of Atom Radio's Breakfast Show. This podcast is a wrap. All you need to do
Atom Radio.
is listen live next week.
Playing the music you want to hear.
Monday to Friday, 6 until 10 on atomradio.co.uk. Tune in, Radio Box, streamer, smart speaker, and indeed, I'll see you Monday morning at 6.